We're back here on the Duncan Duo Show, and we are talking about how do buyers and agents compete in a multiple offer situation. We've been talking about it for most of the show. A lot of news coming out about how certain neighborhoods are responding and recovering in Tampa Bay, and there are more home buyers than sellers in some neighborhoods. So I have 9 topics of how to compete in these situations. Whether you're a buyer or whether you're an agent that's representing a buyer, these can all help you in these scenarios, differentiate yourself. So first, cash is king. Home sellers that have multiple offers, they want a clean, quick cash deal if they can. That's a term a lot of times they want, especially if they're a bank. So if you don't have the cash, see if you can find the cash. Use the cash, then remortgage the property, or one way or another, see if you have the capability of buying the home cash. If you're competing with 6 or 7 other people, there's a pretty good chance that a couple of them are going to have cash with the number of transactions in Tampa Bay that are cash today. Number 2, offer better or more flexible terms. Find out what the timelines the seller wants. Does the seller want to close quick, close late? Does the seller want a lease back? Does the seller want more in escrow? Be willing to be more flexible and offer them better terms. So even if you can't compete on price, find out the terms that are important to them, or in some instances where you may not be able to find out the terms that are important to them, do your best to get a feel for that. So another one, appealing to the seller's emotion. So if you're a family and you're about to have your first child, you want to buy your first home, you love the home, you compliment the home, include an introductory letter to your offer. We had several homes that got multiple offers this week, and there were agents that did it, and it helps. It appeals to the seller's emotion. If the seller's looking at your offer and another offer, and yours appeals to their emotion, and they're both neck and neck, you might have the chance to win. Another thing, appeal to the agent, show you're willing to go the extra mile. If the agent is working with the seller as a fiduciary and they're representing their best interest, they're going to give them advice. And if they've got 10 offers and 2 of them are close, and one agent went the extra mile and presented it properly, or just communicated in the most positive manner, that agent the agent may recommend, hey, this agent seems to be more on top of it. So be willing to go the extra mile. Working with a great agent that helps a lot of home buyers is another one, because they can help you and tell you whether they've seen these scenarios in other neighborhoods, because a lot of times you don't know if a home is going to be multiple offers, and you make your initial offer and then find out that it is. Sometimes if you make that really strong offer at the beginning, you could prevent the multiple offer scenario from happening. So you have to ask yourself, what's more important to you, the price or actually getting the home? So sometimes going above the asking price, if it's really the dream home and the right one for you, and there's still equity in it at the price that you buy it at, that's an option. Number 6, put more escrow money up. If you're making an offer and you're putting up $500 in escrow and there's 10 other offers, you're probably not going to be in that great a position. The seller's not going to think you're really serious if you're buying a $300,000 house and you're only willing to put up $500. You're going to have to put up a significant amount of escrow to convince them that you're real and that you're serious and committed. Shorter inspection period, so be willing to inspect the home extremely quickly. It's one of the things that can delay a closing and cause problems and challenges. The quicker you're willing to get that out of the way, the more the seller feels comfortable about them making their next step. So if they're selling their home and buying another one, the inspection and the appraisal contingencies are 2 things that sometimes concern them, and they want to get those out of the way so they can decide whether or not they're going to move forward with the purchase of another property. So inspect and appraise and put that in the contract, do it extremely quickly, and that could certainly help. Differentiating your offer. So if your offer would have been $140,000, offer $140,000 and $555, or $140,000 and $23, or because what if there's another person at $140? You go a little above that number, and maybe even make it a random number. You never know. What if your offer? What if that number happened to be the seller's favorite number? And then the big man upstairs somehow tells them that your offer should have been the one they accepted. You can never replace or challenge someone's faith in that situation when they think that you're the right offer, and you don't give yourself a chance at that if you offer 140 and 000, because I don't think most people have a favorite number of 000. So and then get creative. You know, if you picked up something from the seller while you were in the property that you know you have in common, you know, let's say that you know that you're competing on a property and you graduated from Florida State. Let's say they've got a big Florida State mural on the wall. Mention it. You know, you never know. I mean, use those things to be creative, to say, hey, I'm also an FSU graduate, or I'm also a Gator fan, or, you know, whatever it is. If there's somehow you can find common ground or relation to the seller when they're looking at your offer and comparing it to another, you want to do it. Because, again, the key here is that you never know what the other offers are. You could be neck and neck with another offer, and that thing that you did to differentiate or get creative, as I say, could be the difference between your offer getting accepted and another offer getting accepted. So those are really the 9 topics. You know, cash if you can, offer better, more flexible terms, appeal to the seller's emotion. You know, have the agent show they're willing to go the extra mile. Work with an agent that's a buyer specialist, helps a lot of buyers. Put more up in escrow, shorter inspection and appraisal periods, differentiate your offer, and then get creative. So we'll have this video up on YouTube if you know someone that's running into these challenges where, you know, they're having a hard time competing with multiple offer scenarios. We'll have the video up on YouTube. You can check it out at youtube.com/the Duncan Duo, probably by Monday or so, if you want to show this to someone that's in one of these scenarios to help them in their quest for home ownership.